I first grew up with video games on a 486 PC with 2 megabytes of RAM. I started with a hotel casino card game, SimCity 2000, SimTown, King's Quest 8. Same year my cousin was playing Super Mario Brothers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Super Pitfall, and Star Tropic for Nintendo Entertainment System. He was also excited about Castlevania Bloodlines and Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Sonic and Knuckles. It was exciting. My cousin would lay his Super Nintendo cartridges in his closet and we would sort it, and his mom told him to clean his room. And we could only play Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo a little bit, according to his father, Rick, who would bike around outside their train tracks and listen to X Fest with new metal bands. But in 1995, he brought his Nintendo Entertainment System to my house. I played Mega Man 2, Castlevania, Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Bros. 3, and Spy Hunter. I remember being Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Bros. 3. Then when my birthday present was the Nintendo 64 with Star Fox 64 and Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. I enjoyed Shadows of the Empire. I would need help from David to beat it. Then I tried beating Super Mario 64 and Mario Kart 64 in 1997. I played Secret of Monkey's Island on PC in 1997. We played GoldenEye a lot in 1997 and 1998. Then in 1999, I played Sonic 3 Blast, Virtual Fighter, Nights into Dreams on Sega Saturn. My cousin David. In 1998, I would play Diablo 1, Doom, Quake on PC. Then in late 1989, I got a Sega Dreamcast with Sonic Adventure and Soul Calibur. I need David to help me beat Sonic Adventure. In 2000, I bought a PlayStation with Chrono Cross. I would play Gran Turismo 2, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8, and Legend of Dragoon. Also tried to beat Grandia 2 and Skies of Arcadia for Sega Dreamcast. I was playing Speed Devils on Sega Dreamcast a lot. I was playing Diablo 2 and I would play heavy metal MP3s through Winamp all day long on over a headset and earphones. In 2001, I bought PS2 and Xbox. I would play, it was a used PS2. I would play Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Xenosaga Episode 1, and Final Fantasy X. And then I bought a GameCube with Wavery Blue Storm for my birthday. And Dave and I would play Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Wave Race, Blue Storm, Super Mario Bros. Smash Bros. Melee, and Gran Turismo 3. I tried being Sonic Adventure 2, and also played Unreal Tournament 99 and Quake 3 Arena LAN parties. I would be playing Super Mario Kart Super Circuit and Castlevania Circle of the Moon at lunch break and during high school. I was playing Half-Life and Diablo 2 Lord Destruction over 56k and made the ladder with a level 98 sorceress. And I also played level 90 Java Amazon on Battle.net ladder. In 2002, Dave and I played Super Mario Sunshine, Metroid Prime, and Mario Kart Double Dash. We beat the entire games together. I continued playing Diablo 2 and I started Warcraft 3 and Neverwinter Nights over 56k. I I played Neverwinter Nights for 1 year. I liked the dialogue, the dungeon crawling, and war points. It was like Dungeons and Dragons. Also played Baldur's Gate 2, which is also Dungeons and Dragons. In 2003, we played Halo on Xbox and Project Gotham Racing and Unreal Championship, which is Unreal Tournament. It's first-person shooter. I was also being F-Zero GX and Legend of Zelda Wind Waker and Star Fox Adventures. I also started NES, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo collection with the Mario trilogy, Mario World, Super Mario Kart, and Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 for Sega Genesis. Then I added Metroid, Super Metroid, Super Mario RPGs, Gunstar Heroes for Sega Genesis, and then I collected Phantasy Star 2, 3, and 4 for Sega Genesis. And Shining Force for Sega Genesis. And I was playing Neverwinter Nights and Diablo 2 over 56k, like Lord of Destruction over 56k. I played Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and oh, it seemed hard. So all these games seemed hard, and I used a FAQ of GameFAQs. 2004, I played Grand Theft Auto, Grand San Andreas, Doom 3, and replayed Super Mario 64 DS on my new Nintendo DS. In 2005, I bought a PlayStation Portable and Xbox 360 at Best Buy. I played Project Gotham Racing 3, Lum Lines, and Wipeout Pier. I would play like Guild Wars over 56k. And I played and completed Castlevania games for Nintendo DS. And I found a signed CD online and with a Genesis emulator and played that. 2006, I bought a PlayStation 3 and Ridge Racer 7. It was my first game at Shopko. I would go on to buy 120 more games for that. And I remember Ratchet and Clank and Grand Theft Auto 4 and Gran Turismo 6. And 2007, I bought a Wii. I bought the Super Mario Bros. Wii, and I would play Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I would play a lot of Diablo 3. I would play Resistance Fallen Man for PlayStation 3, and I would play Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii, and Super Paper Mario, and Mario Kart Wii. And 2008, I played a lot of Gears of War for Xbox 360. And I would play Unreal Tournament 3 on PC because in 1999 I was playing Unreal Tournament 99 over 56k. And Unreal Tournament 3 was exciting with Team Deathmatch and Capture the Flag, even though it was a slideshow over satellite internet. I made a lot of frags and my team won matches. In 2010, I would play the Final Fantasy 13 on PS3, and I would play Gears of War 2 on Xbox 360 and Unreal Tournament 3. In 2011, I would buy the PlayStation Vita and play Wipeout and some JRPGs like Persona 4 Golden. Also bought 3DS with Mario Kart 7. I would play and beat New Super Mario Bros. 2. 2012, I bought a Wii U with Super Mario Bros. Wii and Mario Kart 8 in the New Richmond Walmart at midnight. And I would play Wind Waker HD and Super Smash Bros. And Pokken Tournament and Mario Kart 8. In 2013, I would play PlayStation 4 or buy at Shopko. I'd buy it. And I bought Killzone. I would play a lot of Gran Turismo Sport. In 2014, I would buy an Xbox One, but I didn't really play it. I bought 8 games for it. I would play Gran Turismo, Forza Horizon, and Halo 5. In 2017, I would buy a Switch at Best Buy, and I would stay in line for first going to Shopko in New Richmond. But I would buy a Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. I still play this one a lot. 2019, I would buy a 256 gigabyte Ultra UX4 with 114,000 games running on Ubuntu across like 30 systems, including arcade. And I would play a lot of Overwatch. These are ROMs and ISOs for Dreamcast and Genesis and N64 and GBA and Super Nintendo and Master System and NES and Amiga and stuff. So in 2020, I bought a Raspberry Pi 256 with a lot of old video games on it, like old emulated games and ISOs, like Sega CD and old retro games. NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Dreamcast, Nintendo 64, Game Gear, like old ROMs. In 2021, I bought a PlayStation 5 online of my Cardi and buy a platform like Sackboy's Big Adventure. I barely play it. I would buy a 256 gigabyte Super Console X Cube with emulation station with 100,000 games on it. I would play a lot of Tetris and Solitaire on Link's Mint. In 2022, I'd play Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart and Resident Evil 7, and I played Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Um, in 2023, I bought a 4 terabyte hard drive full of game ISOs and game ROMs running Lunchbox software for Windows. It would have PlayStation 2 and GameCube games on it, and Xbox. I also bought a mini PC with a GameSir controller and 2 gigabyte hard drive with a GameCube and PlayStation 2 on it. I would play Diablo 4 and finish it, and would play One Piece or PlayStation 5 RPG. I would play Diablo 4 and finish it easily before the patches made the game harder to finish. And I sacrificed a lot for my collection. I don't have an ATV, wife, or children. Everybody's much older. I didn't go to graduate school. And then I collect Blu-rays, like 4K if available, and if you're got the setup, because they have much better quality in streaming services. A 1080 Blu-ray is much better quality in streaming service. 4K HDR helps with the immersion and bringing the theater home. Well, nothing replaces the theater experience. You get much closer. To put this in comparison, the Batman 4K HDR high dynamic range streaming version is 30 gigabytes, while the 1080p Blu-ray is 40 gigabytes, and the 4K HDR Blu-ray is 90 gigabytes. The Batman released in 2022, for example, there are instances where the differences would be even more drastic. Same reason I collect books, it makes me feel good. Like, I like to peel out the library in my home, and it serves dual function, like unlike other hobbies like art and toys, unless you play with them. And not to mention, many DVDs and Blu-rays that I own are not available on streaming services, and higher picture quality for Blu-rays. I gave up on music CDs a little bit. It was just too inconvenient when I relied mostly on music for on the go. And plus, I was able to get a good amount of money. My CDs, nothing beats a novel in your hands and feeling the pages. And nothing beats holding a physical copy of a movie, enjoying the artwork and linear notes. Also, I had a good feeling when I picked up movies up for a marathon. It reminds me of the old days where I rent a stack of VHS tapes, like at Mr. Movies. It's also important to watch the films as closely as the way as intended possible. It impacts your comprehension of things, trying to deep dive into the film. If you don't want your symbolic background to look pixely and crushed, the Blu-rays are the way to go. Streaming services, in order to be streamable, are very low bit rates and highly compressed, lots of distracting detail loss and no sharpness. So I advise watching Blu-rays, and I have 400 Blu-rays, and they're nice to have.